I have a couple more examples for the division of polynomials. And here we have 4x cubed minus 4x squared minus 9x plus 5 divided by 2x squared minus x minus 5. So let's divide these. We set up a problem like a regular division problem. And again, this is just like a basic division problem. We need this front term to be equal to this term, and we do that by multiplying. So in order for this to be equal, I need to multiply this by 2x. So I multiply this by 2x, it's going to give me 4x cubed. Now I multiply everything in the divisor by 2x. So we have 4x cubed. Actually, that's a really ugly 3. Demand beautiful numbers. Minus 2x squared minus 10x. Subtract these out. Our first terms cancel. Minus a minus 2x squared is a plus 2, so we have negative 2x squared. Then we move on to our x's. Minus 10 minus 10x, that's positive, plus x. And then we bring down our 5. Now we repeat this. In order for 2x squared to be equal to minus 2x squared, we just multiply this by minus 1. And again the same process, minus 2x squared, a plus x, and a plus 5. And we subtract these out, and we get 0. So this divides evenly into this. We have no remainder. So this divides evenly. So what this is equal to is just 2x minus 1. As we're left with no remainder. So divide it out evenly. And I have one more where we get a remainder. The remainders aren't very difficult to deal with. We just have them, and then we can either write them in as a remainder, or we can add them in the total polynomial as a fraction. And this one I have here is y to the 5th plus 3y to the 4th minus 6y squared plus 2y minus 7 divided by y squared plus 2y minus 3. So let's set up our division problem. Let's make it, let's write it over here. So y squared plus 2y minus 3, and we are dividing that into y to the 5th plus 3y to the 4th minus 6y squared plus 2y minus 7. So again, our first order of business is for our coefficients to be equal to each other, just like a regular division problem. So we multiply this by y cubed in order for it to be equal to y to the 5th. So y cubed. Now we multiply the divisor by y cubed. Y cubed times y squared, it's y to the 5th. Y cubed times 2y, that's going to be positive 2y to the 4th. And then minus 3 times y cubed, so minus 3y cubed. Subtract all these out, our y's cancel. We have y to the 4th and minus 3y cubed. We have no y cubed term over here, so this becomes positive 3y cubed. And again, if you would rather write in here, let me not write there since we're going to be writing our answers. If you'd rather write in here, let's do a different color. How about that? If you prefer, you can write in here 0y cubed. If you like to have something as a placeholder, some people prefer that. I tend to jumble up numbers. I don't like doing it. But if you like doing it, go ahead and do it. There's no correct way of doing these I guess in a, well, I mean there is, but there's no incorrect way of getting the right answer for these. If you want to include these, go ahead and do it. If you don't like including them, I can't really recommend one way or the other. It's really to your own personal taste. But anyways, after we've subtracted out all of our terms, we bring in our terms that we didn't use. We pull them down, just like in a regular division problem, plus 2y and minus 7. And now we just keep repeating. So y squared, for y to the fourth, we're going to need positive y squared. Multiply all these out. So we'll get y to the fourth plus 2y to the third, and then minus 3y squared. Subtract these out. Y to the fourth cancel. We get 1y cubed, and then we have minus 3y, so this is going to become a positive, and we'll get minus 3y squared. Now we bring in our other terms, plus 2y minus 7. So now we need to equal y cubed, and we can do that by using a y to the first. So we'll subtract y, we'll get y cubed plus 2y squared minus 3y. Subtract these out, these cancel out, we get minus 5y squared, and then we have minus 3y, which becomes a positive. So we have positive 5y, and then a minus 7. And lastly, we have minus 5y squared. So in order for a minus 5y squared, we're going to have to multiply it by minus 5. We multiplied minus 5 by all of these terms. So minus 5y squared, and we had 2y and minus 3. Minus 5 times 2y is positive, so yeah, positive 10y. I just want to make sure I don't make a mistake. And then our last term is minus 3, so minus 5 times minus 3 is positive, oh wait, I did make a mistake. This should be a minus 10y. This is the only thing to be really careful of. It's very easy to make a mistake with the minus signs. So we have minus 5 times positive 2y. I mixed up the signs. So we have minus 10y. And over here we have minus 3. So minus 5 times minus 3 is positive 15. Plus 15. Distribute the minus sign. This becomes a positive 5y. These cancel out. This becomes positive 10y, so we have 15y. This becomes a minus 15. Minus 7 minus 15, that's minus 22. And now we have a y squared and we have a y to the first, so this cannot divide anymore. So this here is our remainder. So our answer to this is right here. We have y cubed plus y squared plus y minus 5, and we can either say write in using English remainder, or we could write in the remainder as a leftover fraction, so 15y minus 22 over our divisor still, y squared plus 2y minus 3.